Hi and welcome back to another video of jPlay. I am Marcus and today I will start a new playthrough, and that's Adventureland, and I will focus on the expansion King and Princess. I already did a walkthrough video of the base game quite some time ago, but I really decided to do a full playthrough now because this expansion comes with a co-op scenario, which is the uprising of the fog creatures, which is definitely a perfect fit for my channel. And the reason why I'm doing this is pretty much because I listened to you, my patrons on Patreon. You wanted to see this, so here I am playing Adventureland. Let's see how it goes. Adventureland faces a threat. The aggressive super fog creatures are attacking the capital city. Everyone has to work together. King Agamis calls on all the adventurers to fight against the super fog creatures and defeat them. If the adventurers cooperate and plan their moves together, they may be able to successfully rescue the capital city from an occupation by the super fog creatures. So let's have a look at adventure number 5 here, the uprising of the fog creatures. The expansion comes with 3 adventures in total, bringing the total amount of adventures, including the base game, up to 6, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is one of those. And yeah, the aim of the game is pretty simple: cooperate, fight together, and defeat all the super fog creatures. And yeah, comparing the super fog creatures with the fog creatures of the base game, they're pretty tough to beat. So they go all the way up to 24, but there's only one of those available. They start at 12, go to 15, 21, 18, something like that. But this is really the most difficult one to beat here. But again, you can work together as a team, as a hunting party, in order to bring down those fog creatures. Otherwise, it would be pretty tough. On top of this, as you may have noticed, we start with all the fog creatures out already on the board, and whenever we draw one of those fog creatures cards here, we are supposed to move those fog creatures basically down to the capital city here, and if that's not possible, we would move them down or right to city number 5 here. The game ends if we are pretty much running out of those terrain cards here. When the last card is drawn, this player can still do his or her turn and yeah, try to defeat the last fog creatures out on the board. If that's not possible, then the heroes have all lost the game. And yeah, if we would defeat all of those fog creatures before we are running out of terrain cards, we will pretty much compare this to the little table here. We can either go for a good result, a very good result, or an outstanding and record-breaking result. I have never played this cooperative scenario before, so I'm pretty sure I will not win this game, especially as it's involving rolling a lot of those dice. With the expansion, you are now allowed to roll up to 4 dice, so you can spend 4 swords on your attempt to fight those. So that's why we have a 4th die available, but rest assured, I will still suck at this. And yeah, I think without further ado, we really can get started. I will really try to do that in one video. I think here it doesn't really make sense to go for a multi-episode series of this game here. I have to check it out how things go. Again, I tend to talk about a lot about what's going on in this game. I will not explain you all the core rules in detail. If you are interested, you can definitely check out my walkthrough video of the base game, because apart from some, let's say, additions to the scenario here, we are really following the base game, or the gist of the base game in this case. So I have spawned all the other stuff. So we start with some swords, we have some healing herbs here. The water sprite is already on the board here as well, spawning 2 gold pieces, which we can also use to really fight. And here we really want to spend those resources to fight. We are not getting any victory points whatsoever, so we should really use what we have. So yeah, let's get started. Yellow will be the starting player, and the first thing that you always do is to draw and resolve 2 of those terrain cards. In this case, that's really our timer, so we really want to use them well. So let's start with the first one here. Okay, we will spawn a companion onto space B6, which is down here, and the second card is another sword on E6, which is here as well. Okay, that's pretty much the start of his turn. Now he gets to move up to 2 of his companions, any number of spaces, but remember, you can only ever move your companions either down or to the right, never back to the left, never back up. Apparently this herb is pretty tempting. So let's move this guy down. We will reveal it. Normally you keep those hidden in the normal competitive version of the game, but in this case it doesn't really matter. So you get to keep this, and this pretty much adds 2 to your fighting strength at some point in time. This was the first movement of the yellow player. We can now stop, but I think going for this sword here may also make sense, but we will send this guy down here instead. This is a standard sword, unfortunately doesn't come with any bonus whatsoever, but every sword you're spending in a fight still gives you 1 die. That's always a good thing. Yeah, that's already the end of the yellow player's turn. Let's move over to purple. Here we see another sword and yet another sword. So E4 and C4. So that's pretty much here and here. I think let's go for 1 sword at this point in time. So we will do only 1 movement here. That's a bonus sword. Awesome. So this is die +1, which is never a bad thing. And yeah, I think I will forfeit my second movement at this point in time. Keep in mind, this timer is now pretty tough, so really, normally it's always a good idea to wait in the normal competitive mode of the game. But in this case, you really want to speed things up, because yeah, time is running out sooner or later, but I will call it a round anyway for purple. Let's move over to black, being the last person, and okay, here we see the movement of a fog creature. The fog creature on H9, the most powerful by the way, will now move towards the capital city. We can move it down here, or we can move it to any of those 3 spaces here. If you would move him here, this companion is gone. This is not what we want to see. I think in this case, it could make sense to simply move this guy down here to H9. In the end, it's like rolling a die. You could send it here, next person could show up here, and whoever spawns here, like any companion who spawns here, would pretty much get eaten alive as well. We still have to resolve 2 full cards. Those fog creature cards don't count for my spawning. Okay, here we have another herb, which is good, and here we have another sword on D5. So let's put them on the board as well. So the herb goes here, that's not good, and the sword goes to D5 right underneath this stack of cards. And then black gets to move. This is not entirely tempting, to be honest. I may consider moving someone here. So let's move 1 black dude over here. Let's grab this sword, standard sword, only a die, still okay, but could have been much better. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of a full round. So this game is really moving fast, even in cooperative mode. Let's move back to yellow. We will spawn another herb. That's more like it. We put it here, and here we have E1. That's also great. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. That's definitely something, because now yellow really has an incentive to move those guys. So he will definitely move this guy 1 space here. He will grab this herb. 4, perfect. We need that. And I think we will also go for this sword here, which is another 2. Awesome. Okay, so he's really powering up his attacks, which is good. And yeah, that's already the end of the yellow player's turn. And it's purple. Okay, we will spawn a companion onto F5. Oh, we will move another fog creature, so we will have to replace this card anyway, and the water sprite will move and will also bring some more gold on the board. So let's start with the companion, which we will bring here. Not bad. Then it's I7, this guy here. I think we could move him here. Yeah, let's move him there. Let's move him there for now. So we will bring him here, which gives us some flexibility, and we still have to resolve the water sprite for H6, and I think this is right here, and he will always come with a piece of gold. If this guy would now move over a space with companions or through the river, he's always moving along the river with a companion or with an adventurer, he would eat this guy alive, and those guys would be out of the game. And in this scenario, this is particularly bad, so something to avoid anyway. And keep in mind, those gold pieces count for 1 strength point, but you can also use those to re-roll a die, which is always a good thing. Purple could be a dick and could go for this companion, but as we are playing together, players are supposed to talk to each other. In this case, I think it's a better choice if black goes there, if it is next turn, because there could be some swords coming up here, and then this purple guy could go for the swords instead. On the other hand, there's really not much to do for purple, and I think, maybe one thing that he wants to do, yeah, why not? So we will move one space here, one space there. Those are 2 movements now, keep that in mind. So that's pretty much it, but he will grab another sword here. That's another bonus sword, which is not bad at all. And then we move to black, and he will bring one herb onto D1. That's good. And another sword onto G3. Also not a bad thing, I guess. D1 is up there, and if those resources come out early, that's definitely a bonus. And then we still have to spawn one sword on G3 here. Okay, black has now some interesting things to do. Yeah, that's perfect for him. He will definitely go for this herb. That's a 3. Cool, I take it. And he will grab his companion here. Now I have to explain some of the, let's say, added rules to this specific scenario here. Adventurers of different colors can share the same space. So for example, a purple guy could go in here, but also a purple and a yellow guy, or 2 black guys, 1 purple and a yellow guy. They will then form a so-called troop. And then any player who has, let's say, an adventurer in this troop can move the whole troop or parts of their troop move around. So again, players are encouraged to talk to each other and say, hey, take all the companions with you and whatever, fight this fog creature over there. This is how you get stronger, and this is how you are allowed to share your resources. So if purple would move in here, then they could really share all their herbs, all their golds, all their swords whatsoever in order to fight those fog creatures. And I think this is something which I should start to do at some point in time, especially with fog creatures that haven't moved here. There's always a risk they have to move somewhere, and the only space left is a space with a companion, which I want to save. I need those guys in order to fight. Every companion is another strength point, keep that in mind. And yeah, I definitely should start doing this anytime soon now. So we have collected some swords. Each sword is a die, well, basically normal d6 plus maybe some strength points. We already have some herbs with that. So overall, I think we should start to fight some creatures soon. But this is already the end of the second round. Let's move back to the yellow player. Let's draw some cards. So here we will see a sword going to D3, and the second card is, okay, another adventurer on J3. Okay, what should we do? Yeah, I have a plan. I think this guy will move 1, 2 spaces here. That's pretty easy. Standard sword, and here we have another bonus sword, adding 1 strength point. That's already the end. But I think at some point in time we want to move this guy down with a hell of a lot of swords and maybe start taking out this dude over here. But that's already the end of the yellow player's turn. Purple is next. Okay, we will bring some more golds and yet some more gold here. So let's see how the water sprite will move. So it will move along the river to B8, that's his first spot, and then he will pretty much move back to H7, always following this river here. And yeah, that's already the end of his spawning phase, and now he gets to move. And again, it's not looking great for purple. I think, yeah, maybe let's do this. Let's do this. 1 and 2 spaces here. We grab another sword, and that's already the end of his turn. Let's see what black will be doing. We will spawn an herb onto B9 and another companion onto C7. So this is B9 and C7 is here, right next to a fog creature. This is pretty good because here are 2 companions relatively next to each other. Basically adding 2 strength points, which is never a bad thing. So at some point in time, yeah, those may be the perfect fit to go after this fella here. And I think I'm beginning to understanding this game. I think I should have moved maybe 1 purple guy somewhere here, for example. In this case, black could simply go here, picking up and move him up, or I could put him here, and then he could basically bring those guys with us. And I think, interesting. But I think yellow can still do that at the start of the next turn. So here I'm not 100% sure what I should be doing, to be honest, with black. But I think let's move this guy here. So in this case, yellow has some choice because this is now a troop. basically both the black and the yellow player can move those, so giving us some variety in respect to movement. And you can also move partially a group. So if yellow thinks, no, I don't want to be with you, I can still move on my own, or black could go move down there because there is, I don't know, a lot of swords here which black would need. But I think I will call it a round. Yeah, and then it's back to yellow already. So let's draw some card. That's H3. Okay, that's here. And what do we have? J2, another companion. That's all the way over here, but also tempting. Here are now also a lot of companions waiting for us, and they are pretty secure because also those 4 creatures will only move down or to the right of the board. I'm not really sure if that's a good idea, but I want to see some action now. We have to start somewhere. So this guy will move down. With a second movement, he will move the whole troop here onto the space of this fog creature here. So we will have to fight it right away. We can now decide if we want, or how many swords we want to spend, and both the black and the yellow player can now put in swords into the fight. Black only has 1 sword, whereas yellow has 4. I don't think that we need 4 dice in this case. Let's simply spend 1, 2, 3 dice, so the low level dice in this case, so 1 extra bonus which we want to spend. And if we still need some more stuff, black would agree to provide some of his herbs, but again, you can spend those afterwards. Okay, let's roll some dice finally. Keep in mind we already have 3 strength points here. 1 of the swords, this one here, also provided another strength point. Well, that's already 4 strength points plus those 3 dice. So let's see what we roll. That's not bad, but it's definitely not enough. So that's 8 plus 4. That's only 12. Of course. Yeah, we have to spend something, otherwise we would have lost this fight. We need 6 more. Okay. I think in this case, as we don't want to overcommit, I think, yeah, yellow wants to spend his 2. We could go for the 3 of the black player, but I think, yeah, we would overcommit, and this is enough. So we will spend those herbs. Those swords are gone anyway, but this was now enough to defeat our first fog creature. It was not the easiest one, so that's already, let's say, the good news, but it definitely cost us dearly. And yeah, that was already the end of the yellow player's turn, and I think his next rounds will be to collect more resources. But let's move over to purple. He will spawn a sword to F6 and then another herb to A10. Wow, all the way down. But I think he will move 1, 2 spaces here, so 2 movements. That's his sword, so he's now up to 4 swords. Overall, not too bad. And he also has a lot of, let's say, flexibility, because he has still a lot of his companions waiting out there, which is pretty much true for all the other players. And yeah, I think overall that's not too bad. Then it's black. His first card is another companion on J10 all the way down, which is a problem because we only have 1 free space in the capital city here. 1 creature could move in here, but all the other 2 spaces are occupied by companions, which we want to save, of course. Yeah, we still have 1 more card, of course, and that's another sword onto F1 all the way up there. Not bad. By the way, in this scenario, you're not sorting out any starting companions or swords. You will play with all the swords, you will play with all the companions. Normally you do that in order to reduce the amount of rounds a little bit. But in this case, all the stuff is in here. We need new stuff, so let's move those guys here. This is another sword for black. 2 sword, which is not bad. And yeah, I think we could move those guys here, but then the black player would get this. And does it matter? Does it really matter? Because if yellow would move him here, he could basically restock some of his stuff. But in the end, it doesn't matter who spends those resources. So no, it doesn't really matter. So let's move in here. Let's grab another herb. Wow, that's another 3, which is good. So now black comes into a position where we could really consider going after this 12 here, which is really not that tough to beat. I'm pretty sure they can do that, yeah, basically right away. But on the other hand, we could also consider
going for this 12 here, because here others could go there, and I think moving them over here and then take out some of those guys could be beneficial for them. And then maybe someone could move in here, take those companions with them, move down to the troop here, and then maybe they could go for some of the more tougher for creatures later on. So definitely some considerations. And yeah, I think I will no, I think that was all basically his 2 movements anyway. So moving back to yellow, so here we have another companion at J8 and yet another companion E5. Companions are good, so let's spawn those accordingly. Now we have the problem, because now all of those are full, which is not good, and we still need to bring one here to E5, and this sucks. But okay, I think yellow wants to attack this guy here, so he will move the troop 1, 2 movement points down here. Now we have to reach a 12. We already have 3, so we definitely need 9 more. And now it's really time for black to spend some resources, and I think he will only spend 1 die at this point in time, because he has enough herbs in order to do it anyway. This adds another 2 plus a die. So let's roll the die. That's a 5, not bad. So that's 7 plus 3. That's 10. Yeah, we need to spend 1 herb. Now we have to overcommit because I only have this 3 here. But this is still okay. I will take it anyway. And so we have just defeated our second fog creatures. Those resources are gone. But I'm not complaining about this. Cool. Then it's purple. So let's see. We have a card here that's A9. Okay, also down there. And another card that's G1. Okay, that's better, I guess. Not great, but better. And I think, yeah, why not? Let's move this guy twice. 1. Yeah, that's another sword. He's to 5 swords. And I think let's go for his first companion here too. So I think now we can also do some stuff, maybe trying to take out this 15 here before he gets a problem, because if we now draw the I7, one of those companions would be removed from the game. Okay, that's already the end of the round for purple. Over to black. Okay, here we have I3, that's over here. Purple just passed it. That's a pity. And the second card is K7, which is a problem because at K7 we have this fog creature, so this guy will never appear. What a pity. Yeah, that was lame. He still gets 2 movements, so I think let's move those guys here. That's a 4. Cool, I take it. And with a second movement, no. I think I want to wait. Should I? Or should I really? No, let's wait 1 more round. Let's wait 1 more round. Let's move back to yellow. So what do we have here? G7, that's another piece of gold. And the second one is A6. Okay, A6 could be... yeah, that's not bad, because that's a pretty cool corner here. A lot of resources. So I think in this case, it could make sense to really start moving out this yellow dude here. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2 movements. He will grab his swords. Another 2. Cool. I take it. And that's, yeah, already the end of his turn. Then it's purple, C2, that's another herb. Cool, I take it. And the second card, okay, an herb creature, fog creature would move, G6, and unfortunately this guy can only move down. Yeah, we would have to move him down here to G10, which is a problem because, yeah, if a companion would show up here, he would get eaten alive too. But of course, we still have to draw a replacement card for this fog creature here, which is another companion. And this guy is fine. Yeah, we will put it down here into C9. And now what? No, I think that's actually pretty obvious, isn't it? Yeah, we will move down here, taking the companion, and we will move this guy down here for yet another sword. We really have to team him up now in order to, yeah, provide or share some of his resources to the fight. And we have a particularly nasty fog creature here. That's the No, we have 221 for creatures. Or one is already down in capital city. But wow, taking out this dude is definitely something. Okay, yeah, that's basically the end of the purple player's turn. Back to black. That's K8. Another. That's okay. For now, at least. But if this guy moves, he has to move over here in one of those spaces. And yeah, he would have to eat one of those. But yeah, let's have a look at the second card, which is another herb, E7. Okay, that's not bad. That's very good for the purple player, I believe. Cool stuff. Black will move down here, taking this herb, a 4. Cool. And I don't know, with my second movement, what do I want to do? Can we risk it to take out this guy here? It's a 15. We have a lot of swords and a lot of herbs. Yeah, I think. Let's go for it. So we will fight this 4 creature here. We will spend 2 swords. This one comes from yellow, this one comes from black. We still have a lot of herbs, so I think we should be good. So overall, we already have 5 strength points here. We are looking for a 10. And oh, that's a 9. How unfortunate. Let's do that again. 9, 11, yeah, it's 14. We have to spend 1 herb, and yeah, we have to go for the weakest one, which is this one here, but still good enough to take out this one. So we already have defeated 3 of those. Not really sure if that's a good result or not, but yeah, we have to start somewhere. Then it's yellow. Okay, we will see some more gold. That's G8, basically 1 step down. Second card. Oh, yet another piece of gold. I think we should also go for this gold at some point in time, because reroll is always a good thing. And I think, why not? Let's move this guy here. Take this gold. Let's move this guy over here, because we have to prepare for this fog creature here. 21 points. This is a reroll or a strength point. He still has 1 sword left, so overall, yeah, definitely doable. And yeah, that's then purple. So here we have another companion down in C10, which is okay. And here we have another herb down in A8 here. Wow, that's really herb paradise. And what should purple do? As he doesn't have any herbs, I think I want to move him down here. So that's measly 2. And I think he wants to unite with a black adventurer here, because the idea is to team up all 3 adventurers against this mighty 4 creatures of 21 here. Hopefully he's not moving away right now. Would not be the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I will try to take him out basically as soon as possible. Then it's black. Okay, we see another one at A4, which is cool. And oh yeah, I take this. That's pretty awesome. What should black do now? I think, yeah, let's take 1 more herb. We definitely needed a 4. Cool, take it. And yeah, let's move those guys down here and have those guys unite against this fog creature. So those are now 4 strength points already, and we can basically combine all our resources against this fella here. Definitely not bad. Back to yellow, and he will spawn another sword, G2 over here. I'm really hoping I'm not missing out on some of those turns. It's really a fast-paced game, and if you play 3 characters, a lot of things can happen. That's another companion at K6. Awesome! Because this guy will join those folks right away. So they have now a combined strength of 4 already. So there is a good chance that we may be able to take out this 15 here. Cool. I think let's go for another sword here for yellow. Okay, that's a standard sword. I take it anyway. I think, we are not strong enough to take out this guy, but it may be a good idea to consider taking out this guy here now, because we really have a lot of swords, a lot of herbs, a lot of strength. So that's 4 strength already. We can roll, I think, 3 dice easily, and we have a lot of herbs as well. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So we will move this whole troop here to this 21. I think we will only spend 3 swords now. They provide plus plus 2 in total, so we have a combined strength of 6 already. We still get to draw 3 dice, of course. And yeah, let's hope for something good. That's not bad at all, to be honest. So that's 12 in total. 12 plus 2, that's 14 plus 4, that's 18. We need 3 more points. And yeah, I think black will contribute 1 herb here, which is now enough to take out this fog creature here too. Cool beans, let's get rid of those, but those resources are endless, and especially those herbs go down like crazy, so we are spending them at a fast rate, like the swords as well. But yeah, I think we definitely have to do that. And yeah, overall this was not a bad result, I guess. Okie dokie, and then it's purple. Okay, the fog creature at H4 would move. Good thing is we already defeated it, so he would not move. So let's draw the next card, A3. Definitely, I take it. And normal card, that's K1, all the way to the right of the board. And then it's purple's turn. Should I go here and down, or no? I think for now let's grab some more herbs. That's another 4 and 3. Cool, I take it. Then it's black. That's a sword on E2 up here. Second card is okay, another sword at I1. Okay, what should black do now? I think black wants to move this guy here. And then maybe, yeah, let's simply move down. So maybe someone else could then take out this fog creature here, because he still poses a threat to 3 of our companions. Back to yellow, and here another herb. We are really running out of herbs. Of course, they're on the board, we can still collect those, so don't get me wrong, but of course we have to take them. Yeah, wow, yet another one here at B3. And actually I think that's pretty simple. Let's move those guys down. This is now a troop, they will move down here. That's another herb for yellow. Definitely not a bad thing. And yeah, let's move into purple player's turn. Quick and easy. That's K3, another companion. Next card, another sword at A5, also not bad. And purple will definitely go for this one here. That's 2. And do we want to use a second movement? Yeah, I think we do. So let's move those guys here to the 15. It's kind of a problem unless one of those monsters will move. So we really have to think about how to engage the rest of the bunch here, because if we are basically passing those guys, so this troop will not be able to attack any one of those guys unless they're moving somewhere first. And definitely something that you have to keep in mind when you do this. But let's fight here first. We have 5 strength points, we needed 10. So in this case, I think purple wants to spend 2 of his swords, one with a +1 here, to roll 2 dice, and we are looking for a 9 in total. Oh, that's only a 5. This sucks. Okay, we have 5, 6, 11. We need 4 more. And I think, yeah, why not? I think black in this case wants to spend 1 herb, so we at 15. Good enough, taking out this fog creature here too. But again, it cost us a lot of resources still. Yeah, that's already the end of purple's turn. Let's move over to black. Okay, K5 will move. K5 is no longer in the game, or has moved down, cannot quite remember. No, I think we defeated it. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's good. Okay, the water sprite will move away. That's really, really important, because he was standing in our way. And we will spawn yet another sword in E3. So pretty much up here. Oh man, I really didn't see that, sorry. This happens from time to time. And yeah, what one does black want to do now? And I think first of all, let's move this group down here. So they are forming a strength, or a party worth of 3 strength points already. Unfortunately, we cannot move further down because we cannot pass over this water sprite here, which is bummer, really a bummer. But I think let's move this group 1 space further down for now, so we basically are up to 6 strength points here, and if this guy would move, we could move him directly to our space, and yeah, we would have to fight him immediately. Back to yellow. First card, G4, another sword. Okay, I take it, and second card is another herb at F7, which is also not a bad thing, I guess. And I think for now we only want to move one of his creatures, so we will move this group down or next to here. So we are preparing maybe for this step. In theory, we could attack it directly, to be honest. Wouldn't make a difference, I guess, because I don't want to move them here. But if it moves, we can still go for this herb. No, let's wait. I think we are doing fine time-wise, so let's stop for yellow. Let's do purple's turn. Okay, we will move the creature again. He will spawn another piece of gold. Second card is another sword at D6. Okay, also here pretty much. And I think we should really start collecting some of those herbs. So let's move purple down one space here, and should we move down another? Yeah, let's move him down yet another space. So 2 more herbs for the team. Yeah, and then it's black. Okay, what do we have? That's I2 all the way up here, a sword, and oh, the water sprite will move yet again to H5, but I think that's also not a bad thing. We could not take a risk, and I think we do want to take that risk. I think A7. Oh, did he move there already? I cannot quite remember. I think he cannot move here, the water sprite. I think we should be pretty safe. So it's 1 and 2 spaces, so we're grabbing 2 re-rolls pretty much. But again, we are sitting ducks here. If I miss this up and the water sprite will now draw the A7, but I think he was already there, then yeah, he would eat the whole troop here. But yeah, let's wait and see. Move back to yellow. And oh yeah, finally we see some more companions. B5 and the second card. Okay, D10. I take it. So we definitely have some good opportunities here. So if this guy would move down, they would come down, then we could really try to take out those guys one by one. But of course, we are really getting low on cards, so I think it will not take much longer. We really have to start doing stuff. So I think now would be a good time to move those guys here down to this fog creature here before it starts moving. So we have a combined strength of 6. We need 12 more. So I think purple wants to contribute 2 of his swords with a +1 here, which brings us to 7 in total. Okay, so that's only a 6. 6, 7 plus 6, that's 13. We need 5 more now. Okay, so I think we want to spend, or should we spend 1 piece of gold? No, I think not. We will spend 2 herbs for now, so that should be enough. So let me do the math. So that's 6 plus 6, that's 12 plus 6, that's 18. Yeah, that's correct. So this fog creature is defeated too. But see for yourself, we already have spent a hell of a lot of resources in order to get where we are right now. And so far we have only defeated 6 fog creatures. I think there are 8 more to go now. And to be honest, now I'm really getting skeptical. But yeah, that's how things go. I think yellow should still have 1 more movement point, if I'm not mistaken. Again, hopefully I'm not messing this up. No, I think not. So let's move this group down here. We'll grab yet another herb over 3. That's definitely good. And then it's over to purple. So let's see. Here we have K9. It's not a dog, it's a companion. And here we have E10. E10 is also still okay down here. Wow, that's really an impressive line, and I think they're safe, so no monster can move down there. Cool stuff. Yeah, I think we are getting somewhere. But I think first of all, let's move this guy down. That's another 3. We take it, and now, that's now difficult. That's now difficult. I think, let's simply move this guy down here for now, because we need fighting power, because we are running out of resources. We really need to group together in order, yeah, to basically mitigate the lack of resources. Okay, we are still okay, so don't get me wrong, but yeah, we are slowly running out. Black. Okay, another herb at A2. I take it. Then a herb creature at E8. We have just defeated E8. That's cool stuff. And yet another herb at H2, all the way up there. One of those is definitely a no-brainer. He will move in here for another 2. And second movement. Yeah, I think let's move this group here and maybe go for some more companions. And then we really have to go after those 4 creatures, like bang, bam, 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 bam. One problem I still have is with those 2 guys here. I really want to see those move now, so that we can then also start moving somewhere else, and then we really can focus on the guys who are up or down there actually. But okay, I think that's basically the 2 actions of black, and then yeah, we would move back or move into the next round. So let's draw some cards for yellow. We have F4, 1 companion here. Second card is, oh, yet another companion at H10, and yeah, here's some bad news. He didn't make it because the strongest fog creature was waiting there for him. So it was not just eaten by the standard henchman. No, this was really the uber villain, pretty much. So yeah, I think this is kind of an honor for him, but he's dead anyway. Before we move into our next fight, I think it's really time to get some more swords. And I think let's move this guy here. 1 and 2, so that's 2 swords for yellow. Standard sword without any bonus, and yet another one, but still those are 2 dice. Yeah, that's already the end of the round for yellow. Purple, that's B10 down there, cool. And second card, I10, and yeah, I10 is also a no-no because yeah, the second most fog creature is waiting there for him. Let's get some more swords, I guess. So that's 1 and 2 movement points for purple. It's a sword, also standard sword, still a die. Yeah, that's already the end for purple. Black's next. C8. I was thinking of moving the, let's say, someone to the river. I'm really happy I didn't, because the water sprite would have eaten those guys alive. So that's the first card. We still have 1 more to go. That's F10. Yes, F10 has to move. It's this one here. I think we could move it here or here. Of course, let's go for the easy one for now. So right now, this guy is still around, but we have to draw a replacement card, which is another fog creature at I6. And yes, I6 can move. Awesome stuff. We get to choose, and I will totally move this guy onto this group of adventurers. So they have to fight it right away. So we need 8 more strength points. It's black and yellow who are present there. So I think I'm taking a risk here. I will go for this sword, only 1 sword. So that's a +1. +2, but we get also a die for that. So yeah, let's do it. And in theory, if we would now roll a 6, I would have already won this game. And it's a 5. Are you kidding me? I think, yeah, I will spend 1 piece of gold, not to re-roll. It's simply 1 additional point of strength, which is enough to kill this fog creature. Awesome. But of course we have to continue to draw, and oh wow, guess what? D7 has either moved, I guess it did move already, or we have defeated it, but not move anyway. Wow, time of the fog creatures, A8. Yeah, that's also pretty cool, because we want to move this guy onto those guys. So we have now a strength of 6. So we are basically looking for 6 more points, and we are all present there. So I think, yeah, let's have purple. Also spend 1 die with a +2 in this case. Yeah, so we are looking for a 4 or more now on this die. That's a 4. Awesome. That was definitely efficient. Cool. So wow, 2 fog creatures without taking a single action. I think that's how it should go. So I'm really happy I kept waiting here. And yeah, we have to continue to draw. Okay, this time we have a sword up there at D4. We really need more swords. That much is clear. I nearly forgot whose turn it was, but it was black apparently. And yeah, I think we have to take out this guy next. So it's 2 movement points here. Black is getting 1 piece of gold. They're all present. Again, we are at 6 strength points. We are looking for a 6 or more. In this case, let's have yellow spend only 1 sword. We have to start spending herbs now instead of spending more swords, I guess. So again, we are looking for a 6, and that's only a 2. We need 4 more points. No, I think let's have purple spend 1 herb, which is enough to defeat this herb, the fog creature as well. Okay, awesome stuff. We managed to defeat 9 of those fog creatures already. We have 5 more to go, and they're all in a position where we should be able to take them out. The problem is we are really running out of cards. So whatever we do, we have to do it now, pretty much. Let's move back into yellow player's turn. Here we see another sword at B4. That's cool. And another companion at G10. And yeah, G10, we have another fog creature, so this guy gets eaten alive as well. Whew, that's a long shot, but we have 2 swords here, and I think, yeah, let's move him here. It's 1, 2 spaces, 1 sword, another sword. Okay, here we have bonus sword, but at least we get some swords back. That's really, really important, but already the end of the yellow player's turn. So let's do purple. So he's moving to J4, the water sprite, second card. He's moving back to D8, yet another piece of gold. Yeah, and I think purple, we need to move down. They're all present. We have swords, we have gold, we have herbs, and wow, it's getting so close. Let's move them down. Can purple get some more resources before? Yes. Let's have purple move over here to this herb. It's a 2, not great, but definitely 2 strength points. I take those. And I think then we want to move those guys down here. That's an 18, so we need 12 points in total. So I guess I want to spend 2 swords now. That's a +2, so we need 10 more to roll, which is doable, I guess. But famous last words, I guess. So no, 11. Awesome. Take it for sure. That's enough to take out this dude as well. So 4 more to go. Unfortunately, really, we're burning our swords like crazy. And then it's black. So here we have another companion at J1. Second card, J7 will move. J7, no, there is no fog creatures available anymore. And the sprite will move to F9, which is down there. Black's first movement, I think we need a sword. So let's move him here. That's a standard sword, but we need the die. And with the second movement, we will move those guys down here. So we have 5 more strength points waiting here, which we really need for the fight against this dude here. But that's already the end of his activation, and it's getting awfully close. So let's see what yellow will draw first. That's another companion down at I9, and second card, the water sprite will move to D9, so pretty much to its neighboring space. And I really have to start somewhere. I think, yeah, yellow wants to move those guys here, and now I can exchange those 5 guys into one of those, I think, how are those called? Yeah, super companions. So they pretty much count as 5 companions, just to make movement on the map more easy. So we have 5, so 9 points in total. And now I could think to move in here directly. I need 15 more points there, but I think it's still doable. It's doable. No, let's wait. I guess yellow can still go for another. Oh, that's a 3. Awesome. Okay, that's what we need. But then it's purple. J5 it is. Moving over here. Where's this? I think this goes here. It's J5. Second card, another sword at D2. all the way up there. And it's no pity that it's purple player's turn because he cannot move down those guys here. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay, let's move this guy here. We have to do it. We have to start moving now, and we will move those 10 guys over here. So we need 14 more strength points in order to defeat this one. And I think we will only spend those 2 swords. That's a +3. So overall we are at 13 strength points, pretty much natively. So we are looking for 11 on 2 dice, which is pretty challenging, to be honest. Snake eyes. Okay, finally we are back in business. Pwah! So we'll definitely spend 1 piece of gold in order to re-roll 1 die first. So let's see. That's a 6. Okay, so we're at 7. We're looking for 4 more. And I think in this case, let's simply spend 1 herb here, which means we are at 7, 10, 14, plus 10, 24. This sucker is down. Awesome stuff. But again, it cost us dearly. A lot of resources down. I think, where was it? I think this is gone too. I think they were here, right? Yeah, they should have been here. This is already the end of the purple player's activation. So next we come to black. That's C5. That's here. And K4, this guy will basically move up here. And I think this was already the last movement of the water sprite, if I'm not mistaken. Then it's black. I think black wants to move down here with the first group, and I think with the second we have to move in here. I think there's no way around this, so they will attack them. We are looking for 11 points now. So yeah, let's simply spend 1 sword now and hope for a high result, which is not a high result. That's a 1 again. And yeah, I will spend 1 piece of gold to re-roll that die. That's a 2. Okay, it's much better, I guess. We're still looking for 9 more. I think I have to spend the last piece of gold for yet another reroll. And yeah, I hope for something good. That's a 6. That was really a 6. Sorry, I knocked this over. So 16. Yeah, we need 5 more to go. Shouldn't be a problem. No, we spend those 2. This means we have defeated this fog creature here too. 2 more to go. Wow, that's really a photo finish, it seems. And then we are back to yellow. So let's draw a card. That's C6. And another card is G5, which is also the last. Oops, sorry, I showed it. Sorry, again. I don't know why this continues to happen. But yeah, that's tempting now. Okay, we have pretty much, we have to engage this. There's not much we can do, but we will simply move those 10 guys to this guy. So that's 16 in total. Yeah, that's 10 plus 6, that's 16 in total, which is enough to take out this fog creature here too. Awesome stuff. And I think then it's back to purple, and I think that's the last turn of the game. So let's see, that's C1, and yeah, the last fog creature, it will not move, and it's K10. Those guys just got yet another fellow joining them. And one thing I nearly missed, there is no purple guy in this group. Good thing is we have a purple guy here, so he will move all the way here, and then he will move down. So with 6 points, we want to take out this 15 here. We will spend our very last sword, but we have a hell of a lot of herbs still available. So let's roll our die. That's a 5. That's 11. We need 4 more. Do we have a 4? Yes, we do have a 4. That's 2 times 2, enough to defeat our very last fog creature. And we are totally out of terrain cards, which means we have barely won this game. It's simply a good result. So we did not go down, and it could have gone down, because if I would not have the purple guy next to us, I would not have been able to move into the space of the last fog creature. Really something I nearly missed up. But yeah, in the end it worked out. I really hope I didn't cheat in between, mess things up and whatnot, but overall I'm pretty happy with the result and really enjoyed this scenario. Definitely something to play again, to be honest, and really optimize and really try to get some more or keep some more terrain cards available, going for a very good result or something like that. But very, very enjoyable experience. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough of Adventureland King and Princess extension. Keep in mind there are 2 more adventures waiting for you in this expansion, and yeah, with a lot of more components, with a lot of things that tweak the rules as they go. This is the only cooperative scenario, but the others are fun too. Let me show you this, and yeah, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.